Hey everyone, welcome back to the Race 5 Smokehouse and Grill, and today we are going to be firing up a short rib beef plate. We're going to be cooking this on my Weber Kettle. Going to be using the Slow N Sear with some Jealous Devil lump charcoal. Stick around, this is going to be awesome. Alright everybody, thanks for sticking around. Here's our short ribs beef plate. Got this from Costco. It's about 5.7 pounds. And there is some hard fat on here. So I'm going to do a little trimming on here before we season it. And all I'm going to season it with today is some SPG, some coarse pepper, kosher salt, and a little garlic powder in there. So first things first, let's go ahead and get this baby trimmed up. Alright, so we got this all trimmed up. There's a little bit more silver skin we'll get off here. Got this all trimmed up nice. You can see all that great marbling in here. This is going to be delicious. So I'm not going to do anything on the back. I know some people pull off the membrane, some people don't. Some people trim down to the meat. I leave it as is. It's going to shrink up, and really there's no meat on the bottom anyway. It's all up on top here. So for my personal cooking, I leave it on there. It's no big deal. Not like when you're doing pork ribs. Okay, so I'm going to rub this. Again, I'm only using salt, pepper, garlic. I'm using 16 mesh coarse pepper, kosher salt, and just a touch of garlic powder in there. So I'm going to just season the top and the sides, and then we're going to go ahead and get the Weber kettles fired up. Again, beef could take a lot of seasoning, and I love the pepper on here, so give it a nice liberal coating here. Alright, there we go. We're going to let this set up here. And then we're going to go get the Weber fired up. Again, we're using the Slow N Sear with Jealous Devil lump charcoal. I'm going to use water in the Slow N Sear. And this should go a few hours unwrapped. And I may wrap it, may not wrap it. We're going to see how the cook goes. So stick around. I'm going to go get this fired up. And next time you see me, we'll be putting this on the grill. Okay, our Weber kettle is up to temperature. We're at about 275 at the grate. You can see we've got the Slow N Sear back here, Jealous Devil Chunx charcoal. I put a lot of raw charcoal in there, and then I lit up about 10 to 12 pieces just so we could get a low and slow burn that's going to go for a long time. So temp is up. Let's put the beef ribs on. Now I'm going to place a temp probe in here just so we can monitor about right around where we're cooking at. We're not necessarily cooking for temperature, we're cooking for tenderness. When this is done, you're going to want to be able to put your probe in like a hot knife through butter. So that's what we're going to watch out for. Now throughout this cook, I'm going to rotate this a few times so the meat that's by the heat doesn't get burned throughout the cook. So I'll rotate it to get even cooking, and I'll probably refill the water in the Slow N Sear a couple times as well. All right, so we'll be back in a couple hours when it's time to do a little spritz on here. Okay, it's been about 3 hours. We're gonna go ahead and take a look. Okay, you can see that the meat's starting to pull back. We still got about half of a Slow N Sear full of charcoal. I'm gonna go ahead and rotate this a little bit to try to get this start pulling back a little bit more as well. We're maintaining right around 275. The meat's about 180 right now. I'm just going to let this roll without wrapping it and see how that goes. All right, we're going to close it back up, and then take a look here again in another hour or so. This is going about 6 hours. We've been keeping it up around 275 to 290 grate temperature. Internal temp is about 200, so I'm going to go ahead and probe it and see if it probes like butter. It looks great. That's probing. Oh, just right through it. We're getting, yeah, around 200, which is exactly where we thought we'd be. Oh man, it's just going sliding right in. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this off the grill. I'm going to tent it loosely and let it rest for about a half an hour before I get into it and let the juices redistribute. All right, this is all done. It's been resting for about 45 minutes. That should have given it enough time to let the juices redistribute. I'm going to go ahead and pull this wrap off and then cut into it. All right. Got these great looking ribs. Next time, maybe I will do something with the underneath here that seemed to not pull away as much, but you know what? These look great. I'm going to go ahead and give this rib here a slice. Oh man. Look at how juicy and tender that is. Wow. Let's give it a taste. So tender. This is the first time I haven't wrapped them, and I don't think I'm going to wrap them anymore. A great bark on there. Still super tender from letting it render for, 6-7 hours of cooking plus the rest time. These were a home run. Like I said, next time I'll probably take this membrane off and see if that doesn't have that pullback, any more pullback on it. So anyhow, if you like what we're doing here, if you liked what I did today, give me a thumbs up, a like, give me a subscribe, check me out on Instagram and Facebook. I appreciate you all guys for tuning in. Thanks and take care. Cheers.